Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode or chapter of RWBY Volume 6, which is on number 9 or chapter or episode 9. Now, this episode or chapter seemed to be very interesting, although it looked a little simple in the way how if I'm going to recap it without a lot of detail, it's going to be a little crazy depending what's going to happen in the next chapter and the ones afterwards. I mean, we'll have to see. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that after the opening, obviously, we see to it that Emerald was trying to have a conversation with Mercury, and we see to it that Mercury answers a couple questions back where he was trained as an assassin from his father, and things kind of gotten a little heated between them when Emerald was really talking about Cinder, but Mercury kind of went too far, and they end up having a real fight in a sparring match. Well, I think Mercury was holding back, by saying Cinder doesn't give a about you, okay? That let's put that into facts, and this is what Emerald got into a fight, and Mercury even brings up more facts by saying, "I'm sorry that that you didn't have a mommy to care for you, but I had a father that hated me, and when I unlocked my semblance, my father stole it from me." And he said I could have it back when I get stronger, and I did, but you know what? He never gave it back, so I killed him or something. That might be hinted of why Mercury might have killed his father, because his father hated him, and he trained him by beating him, no mercy, etc. So, talk about a way of what happened to Mercury in the past. But let's get into the information about his father stealing his semblance. It looks like his power or semblance back then must be stealing someone's semblance or power whatsoever. And I'm like, wow, that reminds me of a certain ability that reminds me of someone from Hero Academia. Now, it's stupid for me to actually talk about that, but hey, you can't deny the fact that reminds me a lot or something. But let's not talk about it right now. Sorry, I just made a stupid reference and a little minor spoiler ahead. But those who haven't read Hero Academia, but yeah. Alright, enough of me being stupid and off topic, I apologize. We see to it that Mercury gets interrupted by Tyrion, and Tyrion goes like, "Man, you two are such children," and therefore decides to teach Emerald and Mercury one thing, do what you think, do what you love, and that's it. Because right now, me and the others are about to make a mission that could change everything, and that if Ironwork gets in touch with Vacuole and makes an alliance, I will guarantee you all will be lost for our grace. So we're gonna make a mission. So we're going to do a mission that's going to complicate things, hopefully. And Tyrion does have a little lesson left behind to them. Like I said, sorry for repeating it again. By saying, "Do what you love, and that's it. Just do that, please. Because this might be my last goodbye to you," which means that Tyrion might be gone, but I highly doubt so. I think either that, who knows. But of course, we see to it that we get a scene with back to the city where Jean, Ren, and Nora, along with Saffron, is trying to look for Oscar. But apparently, we see to it that Jean, on the other hand, thinks that it's his fault for making Oscar leave in the first place because of what he's done. But we see to it that Ren and Nora decides to go grab something while Jean sits on the bench. But later on, he ends up having a leaf guide him somewhere, and it's the statue of Pyrrha Nikos, which really almost brought me to tears. Because honestly, if you guys know me when I watched RWBY back then, I would actually love Pyrrha Nikos very much. Just seeing a statue of her in honor of her memory was very, very emotional. But another thing was shown here was possibly a relative of Pyrrha Nikos, possibly a mother or maybe someone else. She explained to John that she knew that she had to try, because as a huntress or something, there's no backing down or choice, etc. Which seemed very lesson learning, because this is where Jean and possibly Ren and Nora decides to get back up again, after what's been given to them. After Jean talks to the possible relative of Pyrrha Nikos or her mother, we see to it that Ren and Nora ends up asking where Jean is when they were looking for him, and it was a statue of Pyrrha Nikos they saw. We see to it that Jean and Ren, along with like Nora, decides to like get back up once more after hearing that Pyrrha would keep trying and never back down, even like if the odds are against her. And that right there was really emotional to understand, you know, and it really got me in the heart pretty bad. But aside from that, as the episode continues on with its own procedure, we see to it that everyone sees Crow on the stairs, and of course Jean, Ren, and Nora goes like, "We're not gonna leave Oscar behind. We're gonna go with him to Atlas, etc." You know. But we see to it that Oscar was already home, and everyone hugs him and says, "Oh my gosh, dude, you had us worried. We're so sorry, etc." And Oscar says, "Hey, easy, man. I'm just gonna let you guys know I don't know how much time I have left, but I'm gonna do whatever I can to help you guys, no matter what. That much I will tell you, okay? This is something that I'm going to be firm with my resolve." And therefore, Jean apologizes and said, "You know what? That's good to hear." And we see to it that Jean comes out with the plan how to get to Atlas, but it's a plan where like where they can't really like get off from it, or they can't turn back once they do this. Jean says like in order for us to get to Atlas, only a couple planes are allowed to go to Atlas, right? So I suggest we steal one and then keep going. But Weiss and Yang find that pretty stupid because you're breaking the law and you're asking us to be criminals, you know? Crow, on the other hand, tries to tell everyone, "Look, whatever choice you guys have or something, it's not going to work. Just drop it, okay?" But Ruby says, "Well, look, I don't know what your deal is. I can understand why you're in serious pain, or you're being in like total disarray or in lost moments, but right now we are going where we are today, and we've been through much worse, and we didn't have a freaking adult to save us, to get us where we had to today. And Ozpin left us because of what, depression or something, but we managed to get this far without him." Well, let me correct that on Ruby, okay? Ruby had to get her butt saved once by Crow when they were fighting Tyrion, etc., and of course the others as well. But aside from that, Ruby was trying to tell Crow, "You know, you're more than welcome to join us if you're ready to do so." And of course, the Grim Reaper therefore tells Crow, "You know, you don't give a lot of credit to your little niece right here. You know that, right?" And we see to it that Ruby stares solemnly at Crow, and it ends the episode chapter off there. So, if I had to summarize it without having a lot of detail, Mercury and Emerald have a little small talk, and Tyrion comes in to teach him something. Just do what you love most, and that's it, and etc. And the next scene involving Jean and the others in the city, Jean looks at Pyrrha Nikos' statue. That was an honor and memory of her, and to like not give up and just keep trying, you know? Even if the odds are against you or things looking bad, just keep going. And of course, like everyone is reunited. Oscar is okay. His outfit looks really slick, etc. And we see to it that that Jean has a plan, but you can't go back on it. The moment we do it, there's no turning back. We'll be criminals right off the bat, you know, kind of thing. Crow says it's stupid, you should drop it and give up, but Ruby tells him otherwise by saying, "I'm not going to quit just because something's in our way, and if you can keep up with this, you're more than welcome to join us, but if you can't, you're more than welcome to walk away." And the episode chapter ends up there. Anyways, like I said, chapter was really cool, pretty simple in a certain way, if I had to recap it with not a lot of detail here and there. But we get to know about Mercury and what his power and what his father's power was. And another thing what's sad is that we never get to see Mercury's semblance. So his father stole it from him and says, "You want it back, you had to get stronger," but he never got it back even after he got strong. So yeah. But I can understand why Mercury hated his father and why he killed him possibly. But we have yet to understand Mercury's full backstory, etc. But we may have got the glimpse or an idea of what happened to him, since he said that his father hated him, but not entirely. Guess we'll have to find out later. So yeah, that's about it, people. I will see you guys in the next video or so. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!